It's the best way to start your NFL Sunday. Welcome, everybody, back to Sunday Morning Slants. I'm here with Matt Watson, joined alongside Mason, Kyle, and Ethan. How are we tonight, gentlemen?
Pretty
good. I'm good. Another
good.
week,
Hello.
down. Another week closer to the Eagles repeat.
Oh, wow.
No AJ Brown tweets this week. Oh, it's a
No
AJ
thing. Brown tweets. So TikTok can finally calm down and stop yelling at me for Kyle's comment.
Bro, that was clearly in jest.
You can't say anything sarcastic on the internet, obviously. No one will ever recognize.
If anyone was going to trade for him, it was clearly going to be the Patriots, dude.
Well, Drake May might be a guy. All right, so like we typically do, we're going to start things off by recapping the previous week of the NFL. And to wrap it all up, we're going to pass things over to Ethan.
All right, guys. So this is just part of my business that I do on the side is I do home video transfer services. So if anyone out there in the, Delaware Valley, or even if you want to mail it to me anywhere across the country, I can do VHS transfers, film transfers, DVD transfers, CDs, and yeah, all kinds of media production services as well. So thank you guys for the opportunity to throw that up there.
Of course. So if you're a Cowboys fan who has their last Super Bowl on VHS, make sure to send it to Ethan. And
telling you, bro, those dusty reels, I'll get them clean for you. I'll wipe them down and everything.
Add a cut to the Eagles Super Bowl in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
Yeah, we don't hire an editor, but if I did, we would certainly make that request. But all right, so yeah, we're going to talk about Week 8 of the NFL. We're pretty much halfway through the season at this point, and the playoff picture is starting to take shape. But first, we're going to each go over a game that we watched this past weekend, talk about what we saw, and maybe the playoff implications that it has on the rest of the NFL. So, Kyle, I will start with you. Which game did you watch over the weekend, and what were some of your takeaways?
Yeah, man, I think that Denver-Dallas game really answered some questions. Maybe Matt, as our resident Broncos fan, was probably thrilled to beat up on the 32nd ranked defense of the Cowboys.
Damn right.
But yeah, this game, I mean, Bo Nix, outside from that crazy interception, that was bad. That was really bad. But other than that, I mean, he really does have a laser. Like, he can just sling it anywhere on the field, really. But like, if he cleans up the Bo Pick stuff, then he could really be rolling. He might actually be better than Caleb Williams, maybe. Who knows?
I think he's definitely better than
definitely.
I mean, as of today, he's definitely
as of
better.
today. It's not even close. It's really between him and Drake May, in my opinion, who's the better quarterback of that class. I don't even
Jaden Daniels.
I don't even consider Jaden Daniels. He can't stay on the field.
How many playoff wins does Bo Picks have?
He has 0.
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Daniels has 2.
He took down the 1 seed.
Yeah, the mighty Detroit Lions, playoff killers, known playoff team, the Detroit Lions. Yeah, I mean, I'll add on to this. The Broncos just took care of business against the Cowboys. Wasn't really much to it. They put up a lot of points on a really bad defense. They took what was there, and they just got out of there with another win. That interception you're talking about by Nix was atrocious. Like, it was not even close. But then he does this thing where he just locks right back in after the interception, and he goes crazy. I'll give credit to Sean Payton, who I've been critical on. He finally decided to stop throwing only screens and throw the ball down the field. And I'm sure the Cowboys having one of the worst defenses in the league was part of that. But Nick's lit up the scoreboard. One of the things he struggled with this season has been the deep ball. But because he actually was able to throw down the field, in my opinion, and get rhythm throwing down the field, he was able to connect on 20-yard passes or more. I think he had like 4 or 5 deep balls in this game. It's a lot easier to throw a 10-yarder and then a 15-yarder and then a 20-yarder than to throw a negative 3-yarder, a negative 4-yarder, and then 40 down the field. So
chuck it deep on third down.
Exactly. So I think there might be something to that. Hopefully the Broncos can keep that rolling. But man, if the Cowboys just had a defense, they might actually have like a legit chance of winning something.
The Cowboys,
if they had a premier young pass rusher, I would just be
maybe even a Max Crosby. Maybe even a
Michael
Michael Parsons. Someone of that caliber.
Too crazy now.
But yeah, the Cowboys defense is going to hold them back severely. Because they really do need a pass rusher, and I think unironically Michael Parsons may have stabilized their entire season, but that's not the reality we live in. I think Dak. I think I don't think he played horrible. I think he played all right. But, like, when you're playing with a defense like that, you know they're going to let up 40 points a game. It's very – I mean, I'm not an NFL player, so I have no idea. But, like, I'm assuming having that eat at the back of your mind where every single mistake you make is, like, amplified by 10 because the defense is going to let them go down and score 7 right away. That has to be wearing on them, and that's probably what happened to Dak, where he's just pushing it, and you just end up throwing an interception right to Jahdae Barron. So, like,
Yeah.
I think
I mean, he's had to play he's been playing so hot for the last couple of weeks, and he's been shouldering literally the load of every game. And I mean, it's hard when you have no defense like that, and you feel like you have to get 7 every single time that you touch the ball, and you're gonna end up forcing some stuff anyway.
Yeah. So I think Dak might be getting a little overhated this week. I think it's more complicated, but obviously as an Eagles fan, I'm loving it. I mean, 3-4-1. Eagles are 2.5 games up already. So, like, I mean, I can't complain too much, but I just think Cowboys might be getting a little bit too much stuff, even coming from an Eagles fan.
That's fair.
All right. So that was out in Denver. Mason, I'll throw it over to you. What was a game that you watched this past weekend, and what were some of your takeaways from that game?
All right, we're going to talk some Monday Night Ball with the Commanders and the Chiefs. Man, I hate to keep harping on the Commanders, but no, I don't. The Commanders stink. They are terrible. And honestly, I think it's more of a running problem than a quarterback problem. Marcus Mariota didn't even play bad in this game. I know he had the 2 picks, but one of them was because Deebo Samuel forgot he had hands and just let the ball clank off his helmet. And the other one was just a garbage, 20 seconds left in the game, just chuck it down the field, and it got picked off. I don't really – I know Jaden Daniels hasn't been healthy, and it definitely hasn't helped the Commanders. But even when he's been on the field, he's kind of got the sophomore slump going, and they just – listen, last year, it's starting to get into fluke territory, I think, is what's happening here. I said it at the beginning of this year. The Commanders didn't beat a playoff team in the regular season until obviously they just went on that playoff insanity run. And we're seeing the same exact thing this year. They have absolutely no ground game that's supporting any of their quarterbacks that are in there. I mean, I think it was, 3 weeks ago now against the Chargers, where was Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt kind of is coming out. I think he had over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. And since then, I think the past couple of weeks, their leading rusher, or maybe the last 3 weeks, their leading rusher has been Marcus Mariota, Jaden Daniels, and Marcus Mariota again. So without any support, I think the Austin Eckler injury took more of a toll than maybe some people thought it would, because he was also an aging player. But I just don't think they have any answers. They're old, they're beat up. And I think the question's starting to become, how deep of a hole do they get into before they shut it down, essentially? I mean, Jaden Daniels is already getting injured this year. If they lose the next 2 games, which at this point, I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest thing. They're at home, but you have the Lions and the Seahawks, 2 are looking like premier contenders in the NFC. Because you could be 3-7, and if the Eagles at that point, if they win that Monday night game against the Packers and they're 7-2, and you're at 3-7, I mean, what do you? And we have to see how the rest of the NFC shapes up. But if the last wild card team at that point is a 6-win team, I mean, anything can happen. But I think you're at the point where you're almost preserving your future, and you're not just going to march Jaden Daniels out there to get hurt. And then, obviously, love to harp on the Commanders. But on the Chiefs side of things, I mean, great. They got another win at home, but I'm just not completely sold on them. Other than the Lions at home, which the Lions just love to shoot themselves in the foot every time they play a big game, apparently, and the Ravens body bag game, they don't have any impressive wins. So to me, I know it's the Chiefs, but I just need to see it. It was the same thing last year. I said it all the way up to the Super Bowl that the Chiefs just weren't legit, and then they got their asses handed to them. And I think they're kind of, to me, not much has changed this year. Their schedule's starting to toughen up. They have to go at the Bills, at the Broncos, and the Colts at home. So show it to me in the next 3 weeks. It's essentially where I'm sitting on the Chiefs.
They do have a bye in between that Bills and Broncos game.
Okay.
They're going 2-1.
Think so?
Yeah, they're going to lose to the Colts, but they're going to beat the Broncos and the
Bills, at Broncos.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when Daddy comes home, then you're going to lose, right? Because Daddy's coming to Denver. He's going to beat up on his kid. foul.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Well, I don't know if Pat Surtain will be back for that game, so that should be a
Was
very
it 2 to 4 weeks?
2 to 4 weeks, yeah.
Be tough.
Like I feel like the Chiefs now, I feel like they've proven that they're solid playoff team. Like we know that now after they were 1-3 and 0-2 or whatever. But I mean, they still have to prove that they have the wow factor of the past Super Bowl Chiefs teams. I agree. Like they haven't shown that they're at their level where they know that we
even
that
at
we
this
know that they
game.
can be.
Yeah, even in this game, it was an absolute stinker. If you didn't watch the first half, you didn't miss much. And then it was just kind of like in the second half, they're like, oh, wait, we're in Arrowhead. Okay, let's just lock in. And at that point, the Commanders were just so defeated that it didn't even matter. Mm-hmm. So this is not too impressive. I mean, you just beat up on the Raiders last week and nobody really cares about that. I mean, that's has Pat Mahomes ever lost to the Raiders? Like maybe once. So
maybe a couple of times, but
yeah,
he pretty much runs rough shot.
No, that was Alex Smith. Never mind. That was the Alex Smith year. That one game where it was like 3 separate pass interference calls to end.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It was the end of the game, and the game just wouldn't end because they kept calling penalties.
It was a night game, right?
Yeah, it was like a Thursday night game.
Yeah, I remember that.
Thursday back in
it was a Thursday
Oakland,
night game.
That's when it was still on Fox. Were still in Oakland. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Alex Smith. I think that was Alex Smith. That's like the last game I could even fathom the Raiders beating.
That was in the Raiders' old stadium, right?
Yeah, in the Coliseum when they were in Oakland.
Yeah,
that's a crazy pull.
Back when they had Aura, I remember watching that game. Like, man, this is sick. The blackouts.
Derek Carr, he had a good 2 years there.
Looks like they were playing in a prison because there was dirt everywhere.
Yeah, baseball infield.
Awesome, dude. Oh man, they took that away from us.
Bring it back. But just to add on to that Chiefs comment, if they do end up beating Buffalo, and we could talk about this matchup a little bit later, but I think this is such a huge game for both teams, and it's not for the reasons we expected. I think going into the year, if you looked at that matchup between the two, you probably thought both teams would be sitting at like 6-2 heading into that matchup with really battling for the 1 seed. And it's kind of like a battle of who's going to get the 6th seed in the wild card right now, just the way that those two teams have been playing. So a little bit different stakes, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Ethan, I wanted to throw it over to you. What was a game that you watched this past weekend, and what were some of your takeaways from it?
So I think probably the most entertaining game that I watched, or the most wild, was the Jets and the Bengals. I mean, come on now. This is about as interesting as a game between two bad teams can get here. So we have the Jets 0-7. Woody Johnson confirms that he's not a good owner in terms of winning. Own quote from the owner's mouth. And then they come right around and they win. So obviously Woody Johnson deserves to be back in the good owners column, where Justin Fields is fixed, and the Jets have even ruined their own tanking. They are no longer in last place in the NFL because this is a conference win, and the Titans have swooped in and taken the number 1 pick back. So this is important for possible number 1 pick purposes. Now, in terms for the playoffs, the Bengals have kind of screwed up, and with them winning, or with them losing, and with the Steelers losing, I feel like this kind of keeps the AFC North open just to crack.
You don't say.
For Lamar, this is just what they needed here. So
I wonder who called that one.
So I feel like this game was insane. Joe Flacco putting up 30 points in back-to-back weeks. I think he still deserves to be called elite from the 2012 Super Bowl. And this was a great game. I mean, how can you not love a great game between two horrible teams with almost 80 combined points? And there's interest, dude. The playoffs this is like a playoff implicated game. If you're a Bengals fan, what are you even doing? Why would you even still be a fan of the Bengals at this point? I know you have Jamar and Joe, but that was a bad showing all around. I always hate to look at it through Eagles glasses, but I can't even imagine what the press would be like if the Eagles lost to an 0-7 Jets team with basically their season on the line. It would be a nuclear meltdown. That's my soliloquy.
It'd be like peak meltdown during the 2023 season when they're losing all those bad teams. That's what it would be like.
We lost to the Cardinals or something like that.
Yeah, and then the Giants next week, they got blown out by like freaking 20. But yeah, have you guys seen the target share from this game for the Bengals? They
No.
broke it down by target. Jamar Chase, like 19. T. Higgins, 2. Brown, 3. No one else had more than 3 targets. Jamar had 19.
Literally, F it. He's down there somewhere. Like that's.
Dude,
Honestly,
honestly,
It wasn't even the offense's fault. I mean, this just shows you like this is why bad teams stay bad. This is like the picture
literally.
of like this game is how this happens. The fact that the Bengals went out and got Joe Burrow and it finally seemed like they had their savior. And I know like the health issues hasn't helped, but the fact that you just don't give this guy any support and it was the defense. I mean, I don't know how you just lay down and die to an 0-7 Jets team. And this is just why they stay bad. Like the Bengals, I'm sorry, are probably just going to end up being bad forever at this point because this is just a terrible look.
Woody Johnson mind games, though. He said, "Oh yeah, my quarterback's so bad he can't even complete a pass." He lowered the Bengals' expectations.
He nailed
They're
it.
preparing for Tyrod all week. We know how hard it is to prepare for Tyrod here.
That was, I don't know if you guys remember the buy one, sell one episode, but Coop had said to buy the Jet stock when they were 0-3.
It's finally looking up.
It's looking up. I think, Coop, if you're listening, hell of a pick by you, buddy. You finally got one.
The only thing is, the Aaron Glenn might not be a bad head coach, but he's not going to be a good head coach on the Jets. Like I hate to break it to you, but I don't know. He's just not. No, I don't know if anyone's going to turn this team around. Like,
Yeah, I don't think Andy Reid could turn them around. I don't think Bill Belichick before his new fiance stepped in. I don't think he could have done it. I don't think there's any. Honestly, I don't think there's any coach that could overcome the curse of New York.
Give Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts in a dream, and he'll have them. He'll have them 9-8 by the end of the season.
It's true.
Through the power of friendship and watering the flowers.
Mm-hmm. One flower talk, and the whole team's bought back in.
Sure. I mean, they can only go up, but yeah. All right. Well,
and also,
the
Bengals deserve this after they posted that graphic on Twitter.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Absolutely deserved.
That was nuts. That was wild. That was
intern got a raise for that, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he did.
Bengals don't have money to give out a raise.
This guy needs to work every game.
Oh man. All right, but yeah, the game that I watched of this past weekend was the Ravens and the Chicago Bears. And I came on this very podcast 1 week ago, and I said that the Baltimore Ravens were going to run this thing back. They were going to win the AFC North. Mason asked me how many wins to get to, where they need to go, and I said 10, I think, at the time, to get to, or 10 more wins to get to 11 for the season.
Probably like 8.
Yeah, well, at this point,
A-Rod is slowing a little bit.
The Steelers are looking mighty 9-8 again right now.
7 might get it done.
Mighty 9. I mean, I literally said it. I said it was a facade what the Steelers were doing with Aaron Rodgers. They go out, they lose to the Green Bay Packers, who we'll talk about in a little bit here. But yeah, it's just win number 1 for the Ravens. They get Lamar back on Thursday. John Harbaugh said Lamar is pretty much set to go. They play the Miami Dolphins. There's win number 3. We're right back in this thing. So
just stacking them now.
They're going to start running. I mean, they beat the Bears with Tyler Huntley. I cannot believe
that's Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley.
Yeah,
he is a Pro Bowler.
How many Pro Bowls does your quarterback have? 0.
Well, he declined the Pro Bowl. That's how great he is.
Snoop went to the Pro Bowl, so he's got more than Bo picks.
He knew he was only going to get 1 invite. So I just can't believe the Bears lost this game. Honestly, I mean, Baltimore's been really bad all year, and the Bears, as soon as they seemingly have some momentum, and then they shoot themselves in the foot. This is a game you have to win. Falling to 4-3, they're still on the outside looking in for the playoffs. But man, I think this should just kind of tells me all I need to know about the Chicago Bears. It's not happening this year.
Nope. There's a glimmer of hope.
Yeah.
They shot themselves in the foot and then came back and shot themselves in the head.
Elite quote.
All-timer. I love that quote so much.
Breece Hall turned around and shot the Bengals this week.
Yeah, they did.
He said, "Call the police, but not for me."
But
But listen, is Caleb Williams, has he looked any different this year than he did last year?
no,
For like
No.
a second.
There was a couple,
He
yeah,
had-
there was a couple seconds early on. He was
he's just
he has
not.
like one.
he's not
He has
that good.
one throw a game, and you're like, oh, that was pretty good. And then he gets sacked after holding onto the ball for 13 seconds on the very next play. And you're like, this guy, I don't know if he's got it, if he has it.
or
I
throws
mean,
a
he
pick
lit up the
six at his
Cowboys,
own
but
10.
everybody lights up the Cowboys. So
Yeah.
I don't.
Not
He's
the
got the
Kevin Tua-led
Jalen
Eagles.
Hurts approach of like, I don't really care about stats as long as we win, but he's actually ass, so it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't work. It only
That's
works
good.
if you actually win.
No,
Didn't he
for
have
real.
that quote last week? Like after the Saints game, he was like, "I don't care
Yeah.
about stats." He took
Yeah,
like,
someone said that. Yeah, that's good though. You play like shit. I don't care as long as you get the win. Then you get blown out the next week.
Yeah. Doesn't care about the win either. So I don't know. If you're a Bears fan, I'm sorry. It's just not getting much better for you guys. Maybe next year.
Yeah,
But
it's
it ain't
tough.
happening.
Tough out
Remember last year when people thought the Bears were going to win the Super Bowl because they got Caleb Williams, put all those weapons around them. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Matt Eberflus.
Three
What
times
a-
off-season champs, bro.
What
Put
a
some
time
respect
to
on
be
their name.
alive. Yeah, really, they really are. They said we were the best team on paper. Unfortunately, the game was played on grass.
Dude, you better watch out, bro. They're going on a
That's an
run.
all-time quote.
Yeah, they're going on a run to vacation early because they ain't running.
Dude, their
to-
line, I thought their line was going to be good this year.
I just think Caleb Williams was overrated. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah.
I'd
just
take
think
him
he
up with
was.
Bo Nix.
I would take Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is like 30,
What is-
dude.
like-
You got 2 more years.
That's fine. They're going to be 2 great years. I mean, what did Caleb Williams do in college?
He had
Cry
all
after
night
that.
moments.
He cried after
Pretty
that
sure-
one game.
And then he beat Penn State that one time, but
That's when
everyone
we
Everybody
should've
beats
known.
Penn State.
He had aura and hype moments, dude. That's what you need to get drafted #1.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We don't do football here, buddy. We draft on aura, okay? In a redraft, Jalen goes 1-1 just because of that.
Pure vibes.
Well, the vibes in Chicago aren't great, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
sure,
they're-
good for them. They
When are they ever great?
They need to get
Their
Caleb Williams
best
in a
quarterback
dome.
is freaking
yeah, that'll do
Jay
it.
Cutler, dude. Like,
Dude, Jay Cutler. Don't
have they
disrespect
ever,
my
have they ever
goat.
had a 4,000-yard passer?
Yeah, pretty sure. Jay
No,
Cutler is
yeah,
the
I
all-time
heard
passing
that.
leader, right?
I think that was a Barstool thing. Don't the Bears have the most 4,000-yard passers in NFL history?
No,
Thought
they
that was
have.
a joke.
No,
Yeah,
it's
they
because
had-
they've had so many mid quarterbacks who have only gotten 4,000 yards and then changed quarterbacks again. So they have the most 4,000-yard passers in NFL. I think it's like 23 or 24 or something.
Elite quarterback play in Chicago.
Yep.
Elite. Okay, so we're staying in the North. I did want to talk about the topic of tonight,
Oh,
and that's the Green Bay
that.
Packers. Yeah, you like that thumbnail?
yeah, there you go.
Boo.
Nice.
So the Green Bay Packers defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers, for the first time playing against his former team, does not get the victory. So at this point, because I can't imagine him playing another year, he will not be one of those quarterbacks who has beaten every team in the league, which is kind of one of my favorite stats. But yeah, the Packers, again, just showed up. They took care of business, and they moved on. And they've done that all season long. I was saying off camera to Mason, I honestly think they're just coasting through the season at this point. I don't. For them, I think that they could play much better than they have, and I just don't think they really have to right now. I think they're just doing enough to get by. They're stacking wins. I think that it's going to come down to them in Detroit in the division, but I think the playoffs is almost a guarantee for them at this point. I do think that tie with the Cowboys is hurting them right now, and then the loss of the Browns, I think, is just such a bad look in reality. I mean, they should honestly be undefeated, in my opinion, right now. They should be undefeated, and they didn't take care of business in those 2 games.
Well, they're losing in 2 weeks, so
that's kind of where I wanted to take this. So, challenge accepted. The Aaron Rodgers challenge accepted. The Eagles are the next big challenge for Green Bay. Do we think the winner of this game is the 1 seed in the NFC?
no. I think the Packers ultimately end up as the 1 seed just because the Eagles still have a freaking gauntlet of a schedule. I don't think it lightens up like at all. Well, I mean, they play the Commies twice in the last 3 weeks, so that's pretty light. But in between, they play like the freaking Bills. And then let's see. Yeah, they play the Bears. It's Freelo. Chargers are Freelo. Okay, well, no, actually, okay, the schedule isn't as bad after these next couple of weeks. So, I mean, look, it took the Eagles 8 weeks to figure out that they can run play action under center. So, I mean, like, sky's the limit now,
Figured it out.
really.
Yeah,
So, like, literally, oh, wow, look at this. We run play action over the middle. That's wide open. Now Saquon's ripping off long-ass runs. So, I mean,
runs again.
Yeah. Oh, my God, everything's fixed. So, maybe I have no idea what the Eagles are. They look better. But, like, they got blown out by the Giants 3 weeks ago, and they almost lost to the Carson Wentz-led Vikings last week. So, I don't know. Like, we'll see. I mean, they've been getting fraud checked a lot. I mean, they had to play the Bucs, the Chiefs, like the gauntlet of schedule. So, I mean, I have no idea what they are. I'm rambling about it. So, I guess we'll find out. But basically, yeah, even if they beat the Packers, what they would be – they would have the tiebreaker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, head to head.
Would they technically they technically would have more conference wins at that point?
But the tie makes everything so weird.
The tie does shake things. If the Packers beat the Eagles and they have the tie on their ledger, I think it almost
it's basically a win. Like at that
it's
point.
basically a win at that point. So
Yeah.
I think if Green Bay wins that game against the Eagles, I think they have the easiest path to the 1 seed. It's just in terms of that outlook, because I mean, sure, obviously it's going to come down to them winning games in the second half of the season, but I expect them to win those games. Having the head-to-head of the Eagles is huge. Having the tie, I think, is big, and they beat Detroit in week 1. So even if the Lions beat them in the second matchup, you split against Detroit. So I'd have to check see who they play for the rest of the NFC conference games this season, but I just think it gives them a leg up.
Wow, okay. So they play the Panthers. The Eagles, the Giants.
I don't know. The Panthers. That's a rocky game.
The Vikings, the Lions, the Bears, the Broncos, the Bears, the Viking or the Ravens, and then the Vikings. So I mean,
it's pretty light.
Yeah,
that Panthers game might be one of the tougher ones.
Ethan, stop with this agenda.
They lost to the Browns.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I guess
that's a trap game. They're going to be looking for the Eagles, and they're going to get socked in the mouth by the Panthers. Mm-hmm. Bryce Young season.
Is he even back?
Andy Dalton season, you mean?
Oh, never mind. They're cooked.
The Red Rocket, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah,
come back.
If the Packers win, I'm assuming they'll be the 1st seed. But that doesn't matter because Eagles won it all with the 2nd seed. So 1st seed's overrated anyway.
Well, you get that bye.
I'm in the baseball mindset where that actually hurts you because you're out of the game for a week.
Yeah, no, I think they'll be looking forward to it. Okay, yeah. So I mean, that's kind of how we're looking at. I think it's going to come down to the winner of the Packers and the Eagles. That matchup, I think, has the lead when it comes to the 1 seed. And
don't count out the Seahawks.
Seahawks do look good. I mean, I had them going to the playoffs, so I'm very
JSN Buddy Ball is going to take them all the way to the 1st seed.
I would not be shocked. They got a pretty good team, but the matchup I do want to talk about, and I alluded to it earlier, is the Bills and the Chiefs this coming Sunday. I think this is, again, like I kind of started off by saying, this is not where I thought both of these two teams would be heading into this matchup. I think Buffalo, after they had that rockin' win against the Ravens in week 1, the amazing Josh Allen comeback, feels like they rode that hype for 3 weeks, and then the Patriots loss was kind of like, a reality check in a way. Then they dropped the following week's games of the Falcons. The Falcons look awful, so that loss just looks even worse. They go into a bye week, and then they come back out and they rout the Panthers, who are not very good. Sorry, Ethan, but they're not very good. And it just feels like
I'll allow it.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But it just feels like for Buffalo, this needs to be a statement win, and if they get it, it's okay. We're back, we're good. This is supposed to be the team to beat in the AFC. If you're Kansas City, though, and you pick up this win, you already have the mental advantage over the Bills. If you just stack another win on them, I don't know how Buffalo could expect to beat Kansas City if they meet up in the playoffs again. Like the Bills would have to hope to get eliminated.
They might just blow a gasket and they might have some brain malfunctions at that point if you're a Buffalo fan.
I mean, look, like if you continue to lose to these guys, I mean, I don't think it's not like it's not like playing roulette and you keep betting on red and it's black and you assume it's got to be red the next time. It doesn't work like that. Like Kansas City just keeps stacking wins on the Bills.
It's like
that's just raps.
It's like that Joel Embiid quote. It's like it's not a rivalry when all they do is kick our ass.
Yeah,
exactly. Though. I mean, it's quite literally that.
Joel right there.
Well, if Joel Embiid knows a thing,
the worst archetype for a quarterback is supermodel girlfriend, wife. Happened to Josh Allen. He goes on Monday Night Football interview, says, "Yeah, man. I mean, football's football, but I got a life to live," or whatever the hell he said. I forget. But basically, we're like, "Whoa, what do you mean, bro? Like he doesn't have that fire anymore." It's gone. Justin Herbert's next up. It's like that rabbit meme with the clock. Justin Herbert's next, bro.
Time's up.
Time's up.
Time's up.
Chargers fans, this is the last shot you got because next year Justin Herbert's gonna come out saying, "Yeah, there's more to life than football." I gotta go hang out with my pop star mega girlfriend.
What happened to the game I love?
No one has any idea what the name of Jalen Hurts' wife is. No one knew that they got engaged when they got engaged. No one knew when they got married. So that's the archetype. That's the way you want it.
Exactly. That's
who knows who Peyton Manning's wife is? I bet you don't even know what she looks like.
No clue.
I didn't even know he had a wife, to be honest.
It's a good point.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's the archetype. Keep it low key. Football nut job.
These guys just don't want it.
Exactly. Look at VJ going cross sports here, but look at VJ Edgecombe. See, he's got that dog in him, right? I knew he was gonna be rookie of the year, bro.
No girls allowed for him. He is straight ball for the next 2 years.
Well, you think that would have worked with Jaden Daniels, considering his mom blocks any woman from going near him, but it hasn't worked out.
She's standing guard at all times.
Yeah,
she's ready to go.
It's working. He's just hurt all the time because he looked generational. So actually, he proved the point.
Maybe he did. I did want to pop up real quick just our picks from the preseason for the postseason.
Oh, let's see.
Yikes! The Falcons.
I cooked, bro. I cooked. Oh,
yeah. Kyle's looking pretty good.
Vikings are.
Oh, the Vikings that's probably not going to happen. My Commanders picks looking really rough.
My Falcons and my Commanders.
Dude, why did I even pick Green Bay?
I guess my 49ers.
Dang, I picked Green Bay to miss the whole playoffs.
Yeah, while you have the Panthers and the Cardinals.
I was hating from day one.
Put it back up. This is nails right
Generational here. Jordan love hate is what that is right there.
Yeah, it really is. So that'll be fun to see how that shakes out. And now going over to the AFC, we pretty much all
Texans.
picked the Ravens.
Oh, no.
All picked the Texans. Nobody picked the Colts to make the playoffs.
Honestly,
pretty much a lock.
You can't blame anybody for not picking the Colts to make the playoffs.
I mean, I agree with you, but I mean, still,
they're starting quarterback. Is this ordered by seeds or is this just by conference? Or
this is just by division, and then just the other three teams. It's not.
I was gonna say fucking. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
The Texans looks bad. That one's bad. That was real bad. See, Bengals was a whiff. I said the Patriots.
Yeah, we had the same picks, so.
Yeah, we did. That's
no. Everybody had Buffalo in the division. Everybody had the Texans.
I would like to change my AFC West pick to the Chiefs.
Yeah, sorry, that's not for this episode.
But we're getting
Pat Surtain out.
We're getting the three. We're getting the three, dude. NFL loves a good story. We're getting the third showdown once and for all.
It's
Loser gets the other one Super Bowl
in the AFC Championship game. Hate to break it.
Yeah, you take the other ones
in Denver.
Really?
In Denver, there you go.
In Denver, the 2-seeded Broncos.
This guy's smoking crack. It's gonna be Danny Dimes slinging it in the AFC camp.
Yeah, it's gonna be Danny Dimes somehow in Arrowhead because the Chiefs just won every game.
Yeah, Danny Dimes Pat Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love.
It'd be a fun.
That'll be
weekend.
the little graphic walking up to wherever the Super Bowl is this year.
Where is the Super
Well,
Bowl this year?
I was watching
Is it in
the
Vegas?
when they had the
No, it's
Broncos
in
game
San
on the other day.
Francisco.
They put a graphic up of both the Broncos and the Patriots both being 6-2, and I had like a flashback in time to to 10 years ago
To
and
high
being
school.
like 14, yeah, to high school, and that being that being normal. And I'm like, man, I haven't seen a record like that in years.
Mm-hmm.
It took me back for a second. I was like,
Time
man,
is a flat
the Broncos
circle.
are good again. The Pats are good at the same time. Here we go.
It took the Broncos 10 years, but they're here.
Yeah,
We're back. We're coming. Super Bowl number 4 on the way.
listen,
I
it
picked
took
the
the
Broncos to
Lions
make the
70 years, so it's 10 years is better than 70.
It's so much better. And the Lions haven't gotten that much. I mean, they've gotten close, but not close enough. So,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, that'll do it for tonight's episode of Sunday Morning Slants. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next week to break down what happens in week 9. And I'm thinking maybe next week we start to do a little bit of our midseason award picks. So we'll come back at you with MVP picks, offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, maybe even coach of the year if we're feeling frisky. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Matt Watson Media. And thanks for